Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, Supercoach Pro. Today I'm just doing a random video actually. Sorry I gave no notice on this, but just looking at some weird players. I know there's a few others on other streams as well, but I got 2 weeks off for the reason that you guys already know about. So just going to look at some weird players that I've been thinking about. Team review I'll probably do tomorrow at this stage, and it'll be more like a team review / preview. But I just want to have a look at some weird players, probably ones that won't get as mentioned as often as we've already seen, but so many questions about Roberts, some of these mid prices that we want to trade out that I'm not looking at trading out. There's just no money in these picks. But first weird one, I might get a little bit of heat for this, not sure, but don't really care. The first weird pick I've been looking at, if I scroll down, is not Ned Long, unfortunately, God. It is Sam Draper. Ruck forward status, I swear if Pitto's named, it's probably a guy I look at, barring that Draper doesn't have Goldstein in the lineup as well, or else I'm off that pick. I know he hasn't really scored that well as a solo ruck before. Time on ground apparently has gone up to previous seasons, but he's got West Coast, so he's got BJ Williams or Flynn, probably Flynn this week, you'd think. Then he's got Darcy, and then he's got Cherry, who's still injured. But he's gone, 103, 72, 68, 110. Probably wouldn't be talking about this pick if it was just pure ruck. But maybe he's my insurance policy if Pitto's named with TDK. TDK will probably hold a week anyway to see if Pitto gets dropped the week after. But his fixture's good. He's probably as cheap as you'd want to get him. What is his break even? Let's go back to that. Break even of 68. So I suppose you could wait a week on this just to see what he does. Projected 86. So if he goes 86, he only goes up 8K. Yeah, so it's not the worst thing in the world. So that's a weird pick that I've kind of been looking at just as backup, I guess. See how you go. What's going on, Johnny? How are you, mate? What else have we got here? Definitely not side bottom. Ned Long, I'm not a Pies fan, so I can't read this too well. Like, to go, he's going to be back. To me, it's just an awkward price. I know we paid awkward price a couple of weeks ago for Humphrey and Marek, but I don't think I want to do it now. Getty's got the role, but I know he's not going to be sub, as they say. But so he'll get points per minute. So here, I wonder what happened to the Dogs game. Maybe he was sub here, but when he gets a full game, he's been going 113, 114 by the looks of it, which is crazy to think, but I don't think I could go there. Ned Long. Hawthorn must be spewing now, this sort of pick. Apparently helps Dacos to score as well, so Ned Long is a no for me personally. But Pies fans probably could send it because they know their team better than what I do. Toby Green's a no. These are just players that are under 500 and what is it? What have I priced it at? 540k or something like that. Lockie Ash, I actually like Lockie Ash. I'm looking at 5 players under 540. He could be a bit of a smoky. Will Ashcroft, I think that ship's kind of sailed with that pick because you probably want a McCluggage or a Neil or a Dunks. I probably couldn't pair it up with a Will Ashcroft as well. Lockie Ash has gone well. I'm sort of looking at pods tonight because I think you're just going to get the same sort of things every week if you don't look at the weird picks. And here's a pod and a half. He's got 122, 80, 95, 130, and 137. So maybe leaving the Giants has helped him. I know he gets a fair share of kickouts. Break even of 39, so wouldn't be the worst. I just don't think there's many people looking for defenders when you've got Reed, Trainer, and Bice scoring well anyway. So defenders probably aren't a hot one to bring in unless you bring him in at flex. And everyone's probably waiting for Stewart anyway at 450. Darcy, probably not interested in key forwards now that I saw what Phil Thorpe did as well. Shearer and Rosie, like if you traded Rosie, like I was thinking about it last week, not going to lie. Glad I didn't now. Like if he's half back and just going to take the odd kick out, he could be a shout. Does he get a Jordan tag though? Because if Rosie's playing half back and Jordan's natural position's in the forward line, you think the tag would go to him. So I'd probably actually wait a week on this. And then he's got North and Dogs, who he should play well against. But yeah, those two bad games there. He was tagged by, I forget his name now. Anyway, he's tagged in the Saints game and sort of checked, not as tagged, but checked in this 64 game against the Dons. So yeah, I don't know. I think he'll be a good pick, to be fair. Like, I've got him. I'm not going to trade him out. Last week would have been the stupid week to do it in hindsight, but that's hindsight. I was sort of talked out of doing that. Chera's been a great pick. He's solid as anything. If you haven't got Chera, don't know why people aren't talking about him. 15% owned. He's a pot and a half. Probably the round 12 buy is why everyone's not on him. But yeah, he's flown under the radar massively. I think most content creators have him too, so it's kind of a weird one that floated under the radar. Maybe everyone was worried about his hamstrings and soft tissue injuries, but he's been decent without being amazing. But 106 average for a guy you bought for 440 or whatever it was, 447 is nuts. So 106, 113, 98, 99, 117, so averaging 106. So it's a good shout. Bailey Dale's sort of fallen off. We can see that, which I didn't actually expect. I thought Dale was going to be easily top 6, to be honest. Josh Kelly's probably not like the sexiest picker. I get that because he's always had injury issues. He's 30 years old this year as well. So it's probably not your guy. But for a bargain basement, like, he's had 3 out of 5 tons, which is better than Dacos. I know Dacos, everyone's going to bring him in this week, but I'm going to fade. Only because that foot and his break even's 121. But even Green's flying under. Even Kelly's flying under the radar a little bit here. Showed a ceiling and supplies too at 132. I'll just check the comments and see if I'm missing much. Yeah, good. Thanks, mate. And then yeah, Windy. That's the guy I was thinking about. To be honest, Windy was the guy. What else have we got here? People are going to go back on this stream and go, why is he looking at these players? Makes interesting if things do happen with TDK. Would we look to move him on to a Meek type? I think he's had a bit of a slow start, though. The Grundy, 126 against the double combo, 78. 90 against TDK, 180 and 105. Yeah, I don't hate that. If we had a bailout option, like he's got Stanley, Flynn, and then Nane, because it's not the worst 3 to come up against. It's probably a decent fixture. Rioli had that spike game the week before, so buyer beware. Dawson, no thank you this year. Not after that performance. Wooday's done for the year mostly. Simpkin always does this, I feel like. Simpkin's been pretty hot in patches, but not for me. Horn Francis is probably a guy I should trade back in, but I'm too stubborn to, so I'll let that one burn me. Jesse Hogan, no thank you. Sicily's interesting. Like, I know people just want the big dogs, but if you had to, I wonder how close he was for a forward defender swing status, but he's got a good fixture coming up too. He's hasn't been the worst, but probably hasn't shown that ceiling, I guess. Still is cheap. If you wanted to go from a Roberts to him, wouldn't be the worst thing, but I don't think I can advocate for dropping a Roberts myself. What has Roberts done? Like, he's averaging 98 anyway, so he's gone from people this week. I get it. Well, he's still got money in him, but I'm just going to upgrade around him. So what's he done? He's done a 124, 95, 115, and back-to-back 70 scores. This 115, I thought it was with Bison the side. Maybe I have to check that. Maybe I'll have to look at the kick-outs there, but where's he fallen off? 13 kicks, so 7. So he's had 20 disposals here as opposed to 25. But he had 21 in the Brisbane game. It's probably efficiency. It's got to be that. I don't know. I just think I'm going to hold Robertson upgrade around him. I just hope he comes good. But like, you paid for, what was it, 430, 440 for a reason. So Clayton Oliver's weird. I don't know why people trading out Oliver with his fixture. Don't get it. Like, his fixture's brilliant. I know he hasn't set the world on fire, but he's got Freo, Richmond, West Coast next three. You can just keep him for those, at least for the bare minimal, and then trade him into buys if you really hate Oliver. But he's been serviceable. Like, he was averaging 100 before this Essendon game. So, again, a guy you paid bugger all for, and you're whinging about these kind of players doesn't make sense to me. I'd be more worried about Lachie Neale if I was an owner of him, starting a guy at 600 something K and him coming down. Cripps, I know this is probably a video people are going to go, why the hell are you even going there? But if old mate gets to like score what his projected is, he'll be down 13K. He'll actually be like 490, which is disgusting. And I know he's played really awful this year, so have the Blues, but 120, 108, 84, 56 against Pies, which is disgusting, and 114. Kick 3 goals, 2 or whatever it was against them. But for 495, if you're looking for a baseman, he couldn't be the worst. Who's he got? He's got North, Geelong, Adelaide, St Kilda, Sydney. He's got North and West Coast again in about 2 months' time. So his fixture's good. Definitely fixture favourable for Cripps. Hewitt's the man, though. Such a pod. I'd grab him if I could, but I just got too many round 12 buy players. Fisher, no. Wines, no. Why has English been so poor? His ownership's dropped massively. Oh, yuck. These are going to be bad scores. Oh, they're not even that bad. It's only one bad score. So cheap. The rucks have been really bad this year. People thinking that flex for all the ruckmen early on were going to be ideal, but if you did that, you probably shot yourself in the foot. Uniac, another disgusting pick that's 500K, which you wouldn't have thought would happen in 5 weeks' time. I feel like he always starts out slow in seasons, though. I don't know if that's just me, but another weird one. 88 and a 63 would be annoying. Last year's owners probably wouldn't go there. A lot of people won't pick players burn the previous season, so I get why there's no hype on some of these cheap players. Nick Martin forward status. We'll go through a few of these guys. These are more interesting than not. Half forward. Sometimes he's named half back on the team sheets as well, so it's confusing to where he plays, but his fixture's favourable. West Coast, Collingwood, and North in the next 3. Excuse me, only the 1 ton, but fixture, you probably wait for his price to go down a little bit. But absolute pod, and probably a guy that would be handy being a forward defender as well if you had a weak injury. Like if you're still running a pattern, sure you just get rid of pattern now, but break even 113. So it's going to be around the mark of this price. But definitely a shout for a top 6 from here on out is what you're looking at, not from previous. Petrarca's the hot one. Petrarca on day cost everyone's going for. So we'll go Petrarca. I know he hasn't turned up. I get it. People that own him just reckon he looks awful. I get that too. But Fremantle, Richmond, and West Coast could honestly put him back in form. Bedford Tag was at this Giants game. Pretty sure these other games have just been purely, if you look at the notes, have been efficiency, disposal efficiency. So let's show the notes because these game notes are actually really handy. So I don't know if you can read that, but it says April the 8th, Petrarca had a couple of goals from his 21 disposals, with over half of them being contested, but still hasn't cracked 100 this season. Yeah, so the week before, this is now 2 low scores for Track, 23 touches and a goal, but 5 clangers and 65% efficiency. So at least we've got a reason to why he's scoring so bad. The week before as well gets even worse. 23 disposals, but 52% efficiency. Don't panic yet. So it looks like clangers and efficiency is what's held him back from scoring. If he could tidy that up, we know what sort of player he is. I'll go to the comments in case I'm missing much, but I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'm not missing much. Oh, I am. Yeah, you might have to rewind the thing back a little bit if you needed to about Ned Long. G'day, how you going, mate? CH, Jono, Newcomb is a tasty option. Yeah, let me have a look at Newcomb. Join Newcomb. How much are you, mate? I don't think I want Newcomb. I've got him in draft. Maybe he is that guy, but I feel like I think he's better with Day. Dylan Moore's interesting now. Like his CBA's went up to 50%. Okay, maybe he's more expensive than what I thought. If he's more than 540, I'm not paying for Newcomb personally. 548, nah. No for me. Well, that's his first game to show you what he can do without a Will Day, but I'm pretty sure Will Day inside actually helps him. I don't hate it, but I'm not sold. Does he get tagged by Atkins this week, potentially? Maybe the week after you go for a guy like this, so he's break even. 134, yeah, I'd wait a week on this. I'd want to see what he does Easter Monday, get a look at it. Then he's got West Coast and Richmond, you can decide. Like he's wild all his scores against Richmond, so he wouldn't be the worst yet. What's he done so far? I should know because I got him in draft, but yeah, just a 149 in the middle. Although I've discussed worse players than this. I know there's nothing amazing for me with Newcomb. Points per minute at 2 are pretty low. They're, apart from this 1.4 game. What else we got in here? I was looking at some weird picks. Don't know when you guys join the chat, but yeah, let's get out of that. What have I got here? I don't know if I could do Ned Long, honestly. I think he's maybe a flavour of the week, but we already saw what happened with Humphrey. Like one goes off and then one goes all right, like Marek. I'm not sold on the Ned Long pick. I hope he goes well for her, but got him though. If he drops 500, and it's just about Newcomb. If Newcomb went to 500k, you'd probably send it. Big sneeze. What's cooking, mate? Big sneeze. What's cooking, mate? I'm hungry. I could do some food cheese. Do I trade Peatling? I think he's got a suspension, so I probably wouldn't trade him, to be honest, Brody. He could go F6, but suspension kills me this week as I need double downgrade to fix cash in, so stumped. Well, I'd probably just wait a week because he won't be the worst forward for you. If you didn't have 4 DPP, I'd get rid of him, sure. Davison to swap to Moore. Yeah, Dylan Moore. Hell yeah, I'd definitely do that. I'd do that in a heartbeat, actually. Brody, if you'd there. So I wish I could bring a pod in, but I have to go Horn Francis this week. Yeah, don't hate it. Like he's 40%, 46% owned, mate. So he is a pod. No, I was saying would go Cripps if you went 500k. Sorry, under 500k. But would F you for the buys? Yeah, it would. It'd do the same to me as well, to be honest. So tempting. Like we know what he can do. Let's go back to Cripper. Just for those who joined a little bit late, I don't know. I'm really interested in Draper this week. I know it's but he's so tempting. Just to cover for TDK in case something happens with him and Pitto sharing the ruck duties. Mackay's out for a couple of weeks. Excuse me. Kemp did an ACL. ACL is going to be the most shit thing in AFL. Any sport. Paddy Cripps. I like this pick. And he will get to 485, 490. The only person that has weirder picks than me is Ferns, but I mean that in a complimentary way. But you got to look at players that no one's really looking at too. Like people are probably looking to jump ship off Cripps, but I don't hate it. I know Carlton are trash too, and you probably don't want to watch Carlton. Hewitt's so good. Rookie coach, if you're watching, Hewitt's is a beautiful watch. He's back to best. I think it's Hewitt season. If I didn't have so many round 12 buy players, I'd be sending it for a cheap LDU or cheap Cripps, but I'd probably just go all the way to Hewitt. 571 still value. I'd back this. I'd back this over McCluggage any day. 100%. These points per minute, 1.3, 1.3, 1.2, and another 1.2. Like that, He's back. He averaged 111 2 years ago. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm very sure of that. I love Hewitt as a pick. Why did I load up on stupid Ed Richards? But I swear, I don't know. I think I'm almost persuaded with this whole facade going on. Like, if worst case, Pitto's named with TDK and Draper doesn't get a Goldie combination for 411k, if one of my wraps like Gorn got rested or some stupid annoying thing, I wouldn't be the worst thing to put him in as your cover. His minutes. Well, so what are his minutes? I should be looking at this. So his minutes, he's played 121, 118, 114, 107. What was he doing last year? So 120 to a 107 range. Let's go and let's have a bit of a study. Okay. Let's go back to 2024. What minutes were you doing, mate? Because is that what the correlation is? Please load. Give me the stats for last year, you bastard. So bad with tech, it's not even funny. All right, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So, minutes. Let's have a look at minutes. Wow, people were right about this. They're actually bang on. So, his minutes were in the 90s. No wonder he was such a bad scorer. And now he's doing way more than that. So that's literally the coloration. I don't know what that word is. It sounds like I'm talking about the sea, coral. That's literally the difference between his scoring output and obviously being doubled with Goldie and bloody, what's his name, that did the ACL. I'm going blank. I haven't had much sleep over the last few nights. It's definitely in points per minute. So his highest was 109, and that's where he scored well. Let's see what else he's scoring like. Yeah, yuck. But when you went over 100 minutes, I know it's only one game sample size, don't hate me, but let's have a look at the Draper of now. I don't know why I clicked in and out of it. I'm not trying to sell people this pick at all. I'm just doing this tonight because I wanted to have a look. So now his minutes are up. That's massive. That's a huge spike by Draper, probably because he's been playing deep full forward as well in some of these games with Nick Bryan. Points per minute is bad, really bad. But what are you doing? How's your hitouts? Your hitouts are shit. Well, that's sharing the load, but 26 against Gorn's not the worst. What's your disposals like? 22. You're like an extra mid here. Before that, nah, no good. But you got a 103 off 12 disposals. So that's the benchmark. If you can get 12 touches, a few tackles in there. Free kicks against. What's wrong with you, mate? Stupid mullet, man. Do I want to be watching Draper play these next three sides and dominating, then go, I miss this pick? Probably not, but you're going to have to miss somebody. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about Draper on a Tuesday night. Excuse me. Okay, this is a combination. So you can send in your trade thoughts, and I'll tell you what I think. Like Jono has here. Says thoughts on Hendo to Glittery, Stone to Gross. Sorry. Yes, I would do that, Jono. I'd probably try to get a Premo though as well. I wouldn't just want to double downgrade. I'd probably use a boost. What does track score, and why is it 170? What? Jeez. Let me have a look at that for you, mate. Let's go back to the track attack. Anyone ever called him the track attack? Am I the first weirdo? Oh, jeez. Do we just send it for Petrarca? I mean, so many camps. Like, people are the really hot or cold pick on Petrarca. There's no sort of middle ground for this pick. My internet is slower than Mason Cox going for a sprint. Man, that's probably the player I hate the most. Mason Cox. I hope you never come back and play footy again. You're a flog. Sorry, Pies supporters. 170. I don't know where the 170 is coming from. I get he hasn't turned up. What's he like with average? Do you guys ever do this? So forget this. Let's average versus opponent. So this is annoying. Average per opponent is all not close in terms of like rounds. Like he's got around 9 here where he averages well against the Hawks, but in an ideal world, you like to see 7, 8, 10, 11 or something like that, where the guys they're coming up in the next few rounds are their best average against, whereas Adelaide round 17, round 18, Hawthorn averaged 104 against, Fremantle at 101. How many MCG games do you got left? 2. Like how many interstate side games? Sorry, how many interstate games do you got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's TP? Oh, that's like in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? So it's 6 interstate games. Excuse me. It's not the worst. Just that, surely getting him in here or here against Richmond, I think is you've got to just take a punt on him. Like you're paying 483. What's anyone give me reasons why you wouldn't do it? I know he lost 7.5 kilos. He's looked like crap, but you're paying what you get. Like it's fine. You're not paying $600 for him. I mean $600K for him. Good day, mate. Good to see another live. Yeah, I'll be doing a few lives over the next 2 weeks. I've got 2 weeks off, so I'll try to do them as when I can. I don't know how many I'll be able to do over the weekend. I've got my boy with me that weekend. Michael says, "G'day, SA Pro. What do you reckon about Murphy, Reid, Davison?" Excuse me. And Henderson to Cleary, Gross, and Petrarca. I like all those actually, Michael. I would probably send it. I wish my mind was just set on a pick. What do we got? Draper might not even sell at ruck. Heard, yeah, but surely Peter Wright doesn't have that many hitouts. Essendon supporters, can you let us know how much? Surely Draper, get 90% ruck and 2 metre Peter. They want in the forward line. They don't want Peter in the bloody. What do you call it? Ha! I'll get to this in a second, Cheese. Give me 1 sec. CHE47 became a YouTube member. I should clarify too. On the member channel, I'll probably do like members only videos, of course. And a few member only live just for like if you want me to give you your team name, I can do it through there because sometimes I get smashed through team names. And I don't mind it, don't get me wrong. But if I can do a member only one, that's what I'll probably aim to do sometimes. So if you wanted to become a member, I can, I'll start doing those sort of things just to make it a little bit easier. Because sometimes, like even the other night, I got 366 comments for one man's a lot, to be honest. And I do love it, but I thought maybe I might have to do a membership so I can actually spend a little bit more time with people's sides rather than just trying to get to every comment so rushed sometimes. But yeah, thank you for joining, mate. Appreciate that. I'll make sure I keep you up to date with how it runs. So that's the first. I'll never forget that. Cheese, I feel like you pretty much have to get Gross and Cleary this week, considering our options next week to downgrade is Carroll from Blues. Yeah, actually, let's have a look at this too, Cheese. Good point. You guys just navigate through what you guys want to talk about through here, and I will literally set up the stream like that tonight. It'll just be purely based on that. I won't be able to do probably too many team things. Might leave that for the end of the video, or I won't get much done. So let's go through the rookies, and I think I saw someone say, "What's the break even of Track 101?" So he's thereabouts. Like he probably won't get much lower. I could be wrong. Like if he goes horrendous against Fremantle and he does score 76, he's what, 10K cheaper, but then you'll want him against Richmond anyway. So even if you went 76 against Freo, I'm probably bring him in for Tigers at 473. So if you look at projecteds, let's say he's not going to go 76. I think he goes a little bit better than that. Against Richmond, he's not scoring 85. He's scoring 120 against. I'd be very tempted to probably VC a Clary or a Truck against the Tigers. Like, we're so bad in the midfield. Like, mate, we're playing Taranto and Hopper. Who are okay, but yeah, they're going to get smashed. Anyway, I'll go back to the cash cows you guys were talking about. Where are we? So, this is another thing about the Supercoach Plus. So when you pay for your Supercoach Gold perks, you go up here onto the left-hand corner. Not Coach's Choices, but just go to Cash Cows, and it'll give you the best negative break-even. So Riley Bice, that doesn't work. Okay, that's not what I meant. This is talking about price changes. So I literally press this for the break-evens, and that's what I want to look at. It shouldn't actually do this. This is stupid. It should go by negative on who's got the most negative. So Clayton Cleary is probably number one on the list, and then Gross for me is second. I know people were the opposite, but I don't trust McWalter. I know Sydney bat deep, so that's the other way to look at it. Like everyone's like, oh, Cleary, this, his job security is a bit shaky because McInerney, because of bloody everyone. But to be honest, anyone could break into any side at any given point. Like, I don't read hugely into job security. If I've never heard of the player, then I won't even bother. But I've definitely heard of Cleary. He had that off-season incident, and that's why he didn't play early. So he had like a suspension. So points per minute are great. Yeah, I get that. But he's playing a half-forward flank role. So I just think at 124K, negative break-even 73, even if he gets a 49, he's still making you 53K. Plays Port Adelaide, he's going to make you roughly 100K, you'd think, in 2 weeks if we have a punt at that. Oh, not punt. I shouldn't say punt. I know I say I don't want to. Where are we going? So even if he went back-to-back 49s, he's gone up, quick math, 76K. Man, I'm good. Then he goes another 49. Even if he scored absolute dog trash and he went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the next 6 weeks between 49 and 65, he's still getting to 250K around the buys. So there's him. And Papui's still out for 5 to 7 weeks. Gross, this is a hard one to read for me because the week before he scored a 50 and then Uno reverse card. The other West Coast bloke that we brought in, Hall, scored the opposite. So I think one went 80 one week and one went 50 and then vice versa. Gross minus 65. Tim Kelly. I'm going to be stuck with, honestly, Gross, Elijah Stewart and Clay Hall, which is scary because West Coast are trash and can barely get a player scoring over 100. So even if he scores a 40, he's going up 46K. That's wild. He's a midfielder. He was a third-round draft pick, I want to say, this year, whereas Hall was a second last year, I think. Don't quote me on that. Maybe if any West Coast fans are in there, they can confirm. But again, if he scores a couple 40s, which he should do better than that. I mean, he's playing Essendon, sorry, geez. Yeah, he's going to make you money. So the other guys I'm not really a fan of. I don't think I'm going to go next to another Carlton rookie. Carlton rookies annoy me. Brock, you'd think probably not. Like, what's his name? He got 9 goals scored against him the week before. I don't know if they're all on him because I almost fell asleep in that game. But yeah, Brock's coming out when Gov's back. Campo, he's probably never coming back. Menzie is Essendon's scapegoat. There's really nothing else. Go to played. My dog's barking. Shut up, doggy. Why the hell? Let's do this. I'm a bit special. Okay. So, I'm just filtering it down so we don't have all these options here. I'll get to the comments in a second. I'm sure it's going off its head. So I didn't want to 0 games. It makes no sense. I wanted to look at 1 game players. Hendo's cold. He's probably getting dropped this week. Berry's. Some of these rookies are going backwards. Bauer's going backwards because he started a sub. Berry's just no good. He's a sub. Dolan's just no good. He's a small forward. That was my worst F8 starting pick in history of my Supercoach days. Tom Lynch, no way. Kako. Okay. Anyway, I was looking at 1 game players. I definitely could be on the spectrum sometimes. Sardis, I don't know if you're ever coming back now that Settle Goats just scored a 110 in a tagging sort of role. Anyone else? Leak's dead. He's my loophole. Will White. Nah, none of these players appeal to me. 1 game is. I'd probably almost pay up for Saad El Houli. Essendon at 160 if he goes another 50 game. I'd rather do that. Where's my boy Saad? Yeah, I'd rather go this if he's plays a full game this week and he's not subbed next week. I'd rather do this and pay 150 for him. That's how I'm going to play it. -11, let's say he scores more than 30. Let's say he scores 60. What would his price be? If I'm getting flooded in the comments, I apologise. I'm getting sidetracked with the rookies. There's just none coming through. Well, there will be. Like, don't panic. Their body will be. Okay, let's just do a projected. What does he go against West Coast? Let's be generous and say he goes 75, right? Let's just say worst case, he gets a 75. Is that all? He's going to 155. Well, okay. What happens if he tons up here? Let's say he goes 90 at worst. At 90, he's only going 161. I'd rather go Sard next week. If he's not sub here and then he's not sub for the Collingwood game, you're laughing. That's where I'd be going next week, not to the Carlton bloke. I mean, Boss is probably going to get a sack soon anyway. Boss is a peanut. So, yeah, you're right. You're right about those options there. Jeez. Roe Marshall boosted a... What? Sorry, give me a second. Roe Marshall boosted a outer Mason Wood this week. My last boost. Yeah, Marshall's not looking good, is he? He's going to be like 450 in a fortnight. Don't have the steal to go Draper. Yeah, fair enough, Marshall, honestly. I don't blame you. Do not blame you whatsoever. What do we got? CH. Doubt Petrarca gets his break even. That's why I'm saying you can wait a week. I'm not saying you have to get him, honestly. Gorner's a star. I reckon Draper might be a better pick than Track. Ooh, go on. Sell me the Draper pick over Petrarca. I'd love to hear it. Especially if TDK goes sideways when Pitnet gets named. Yeah. And Draper's so much cheaper too. Gosh. Nice. That's pretty cool. I have to do something with the badges. What do we got here? TR. If El Houli doesn't get named sub. Oh my god, jeez. I love you guys. Give me a second. I'll read this out. If El Houli doesn't get named sub, he would be a good option too. Yeah, he bloody would be. I don't really like Cheese has become a YouTube member. Thank you, Cheese. Thank you. There's 2 of yous now. I'll definitely have to start making some plans for the member-only things to go through some teams and whatnot. I also wouldn't mind some suggestions because I'm new to it myself, so I'm happy to do whatever you guys want me to do with it. And I appreciate your support. Man, I get so sidetracked. Yeah, that's why I like Sard. I feel like he's just got better scoring capability than the other rookies coming up anyway. There'll be rookies that come through. Like Josh Smiley from Richmond shouldn't be too far away. He's 170, I think. Marshall, I'm getting Gorn at the expense of Track or Dacos. I don't think that's the worst thing. I think Gorn's probably at the price where you could do that. Like Trucks 101 break even, Dacos a 121, I think. Only will have Stewart next. Well, to be fair, I think Stewart probably averages track from here on out anyway. So I don't think track's necessarily going to hurt you more than Gorn would. But I still think track's probably the option of the week. Okay, I can do that for you, Cheese, in a second. I can. It might sell me on it then, Cheese, if I do that. God damn it. You guys. I'll say mature age defender with VFL experience. Yeah, 100%. I'm just going to knock on the door. My dog's barking. Niles! I'm trying to stream, mate. Can you just chill for 2 seconds? I'll give you a smacker or something. Far out. Rookie coach. Yeah, what's good, bro? Just chilling on a Tuesday night. What are you doing? What are you wearing? Kidding. Brody, if you don't look at the stats, form, and price, Draper is a better pick every day of the week. Oh, my God. And the price. All right, Cheese, we can do this. I'm going to sell myself Dacos pick, aren't I? I know I'm going to. All right. Let's see if I can sell the Dacos pick. I'm going to convince myself now. You know that, Cheese. Thanks for this. God damn it. Every time I look into things like this, it happens to me. Every freaking time. Let's get out of the cash cows. There's a lot of perks to the, Supercoach Gold, though. All right, computer. Let's go look at Dacos. Yep, cool. Pressing too many buttons. I'm definitely an old man, honestly. But let's just have a look at this beautiful score. 2371, rank 1274. That's a sneaky flex. I should get banned for that. And I have to do a team review. I've just been with the little one at the moment. So, yeah. Thought I'd jump on because, unfortunately, but they're okay. They're at the hospital tonight. So I thought I'd distract myself because I get very nervous when they're at hospital and I don't get to hang out with them for the night because they're staying over at night. So, hence why I'm here. Anyway, probably TMI, but it's fine. Collingwood. Let's have a look at Nicky Dacos. Far out. By the time we get there, we'll probably look at him next season. So it's 584K. All right. He's 30% owned. So the annoying thing is if he does go well, 1 in every 3 teams are going to burn you. His break-even is probably reachable for what he is. He's 584. He's dropped 46,000. So if you started with him, he was 620K for a reason, okay? So if we have a look at his notes before we go into his scoring, let's have a look. So to start off with, Dacos suffering from cramps. Okay, so this explains why his scoring was meh, if it was meh. So it's fine. Then the next game, 26 touches. Doesn't say why he played poorly here. Then it says Dacos was back to his best. 39 disposals, 7 marks. Break even is now 115. We'll have a look at his minutes as well. Because that's my concern for his foot, his minutes, how they managed. I will get last year's and then this year's. This is good. After being 21 points at halftime, Dacos resurged his score. So we know he can score huge and a half. And then he had the Jordan tag and still went nuts, which is accolades to him because people normally get absolutely towed by a Jordan. Like Lockie Neal got a 40-something, so it does show that Dacos is eligible as a pick. His average against Brisbane looks quite nice. Against Essendon, he'll probably be nuts this year. Geelong, he might get a tag, but I'm trying to sell you the pick, not undersell you. So cramps in this game, 66. They got absolutely towed that game from memory too. 98. What was his actual stats? And a 94. Okay, so not actually that bad. It's only that one game that you all can go yuck. This is off for him as well, I suppose, as well. 21 touches. 2 free kicks against hurt him from turning up. Oh, my God. And then 4 here for the Carlton game. That's very unlike Nick. Did he get caught holding the ball? I'd love to know. Hasn't nailed a single goal. So there is a huge upside. If you look at him, he's actually a pretty good goal kicker. So the fact that he hasn't scored any goals and he's still averaging this isn't the worst. Tackle numbers, they've increased. So that's a positive sign. Disposals, have they increased? Disposals have definitely increased. So that's huge. Okay. Cheers, you're going to get me here. I hate you. Don't actually. Fixture, what are you looking at? Brisbane, Essendon, Geelong. Yep. What is the average against his opponents? I want to have a look at that. Okay, so none coming up. Oh, no, sorry, Brisbane coming up. Here's what. Well, Brisbane's actually this week, you idiot. Averages quite well against them. Yeah, right. 112 average against them. What else is the game coming up as well? Round 9, 108 against Freo. How many games has he got at home? Maybe this might help. How many interstate games is the other question? So he's got Adelaide Oval, Gabba. You can't tell me that's all he's got. This is ridiculous. Collingwood has sucked off. Sorry for the language. 3-4. They've got 4 interstate games for the rest of the season. My apologies. That was just a live reaction of me getting pissed off then. Yeah, they're getting kissed. Oh, if you're a supply supporter, you're making top 8. You're probably winning a freaking flag now. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, okay. Well, the fact that he only travels on the plane 4 times this year, that's already sellable as it is. His foot is the only thing that scares the shit out of me. But, man, if he can get 100 points and a half, you're probably laughing. Even if he goes a 104, he's still only going 570. He's not really dropping much more than a 558, 560. Like, I don't expect him to do 90s in here. Not at all. Stuff you, cheese. Oh, God. The fact that he goes in the state 4 times is beyond me. 2 out of the next 4, and then after that, he's got a clean run. How about tags? Let's have a look at that. So I'm not worried about Essendon tagging, to be honest, with Setterfield. Like, he should outrun Setterfield. Like, Setterfield's pretty slow from memory. I don't know. I think Ned Long does perhaps help him not get tagged. I don't know. I don't know how much I'm buying into that theory. Brisbane not going to tag. Maybe Berry goes to him, but I think he outruns Berry too. Freo don't tag. Adelaide sort of use Pete Wing every now and then, but that wouldn't scare me. Pete Wing's a pleb in terms of tagging. North not going to tag. North probably just going to tag for VFL and tank. So much talent. What a waste of a list. Sometimes you just think, how many draft picks do they get gifted and they're still awful? Sorry if I'm offending anybody. I'm pretty real. I don't really hide what I think. Hawthorn, nah. So he's got a Windy tag here, maybe. A Sparrow tag potentially, but if you shook off Jordan, you're not worrying about freaking Sparrow. He only plays St Kilda once. Yeah, you're laughing, honestly. God damn it. Does he even play Giants? Okay, so he doesn't even play Giants. So he's already shook the Bedford tag. He's got no Bedford tag. He's only got 1 Windy tag. Maybe the Cats tag him with an Atkins, but I don't think Atkins can run with him either. This is your only concern. I've just convinced myself, cheese. God damn it. Don't give me players to study. I'll get excited and I'll overlook things. I purely haven't looked at him because of that foot injury that can flare up at any minute. And then what is he doing for your finals and your cash leagues? Hawthorn, Adelaide, and Melbourne. What does he do against those? Because that's huge for finals. Like, you want to be smashing your cash leagues. He loves Melbourne. That's a perfect one. 121 for your final round, grand final. And Melbourne is so bad this year too. You sold me. I'm not even trying to sell anybody here. Yeah, I think you sold me Dacos. It's either this week, next week, or the week after. Thanks, Cheese. You just completely ruined my trade plans. Oh, Cheese. What have we done? I'll wear whatever you want me to wear, but just trying to lock in a damn trade scenario. Yeah, me too. I was fine with Petrarca or Draper till Cheese. Sold me. Don't worry, I actually knew what you meant because my spelling, I was asking about Cleary and Gross last night, just to the boys on sword play, and I butchered my spelling. I had 2 hours sleep, and I was trying to send something through, and Scoobs didn't even understand what I was trying to say. James, got to get merit over Dacos this week. Yeah, fair. Bit of a pod, and want to try to make rank. Being ranked 581. I like it, James. Thanks you all for joining me again. So there's actually a lot of familiar faces. There's actually, here we go. Cheese. LDU destroyed the Jordan tag too, made a fool of him. So maybe Jordan tag's overhyped. I think Jordan's a dud now. I never rated Jordan anyway. Only Jordan as good as Michael. Sports Clip's fucking back. I remember this pick as well. I said pick, not prick, by the way. Because of the doesn't he play for Man U? El Halland or whatever his name is. I'm not a huge Chelsea fan, but I do go for Chelsea in the EPL. Davison, Reid, Lindsay to Dacos, Cleary, and a West Coast rookie. Yes, if you're talking about Gross, I'd probably do it. I mean, geez, I just spent 3 minutes or 4 minutes on Dacos, and the fact that he goes in the state 4 times is a joke. Puff and Fish. Welcome back, Puff. Nice to see you on the stream. Get it? Big Bad Brad, congrats on the newborn, mate. Yeah, thank you. Can already tell he's going to be the next Waffle. What a random player, too. What a random shout. So left field. No, I probably wouldn't do this. I'm not going to just... I think I'll be a bit more direct with these ones. So let's jump onto these players. I'm not just going to give you yes or no. Let me be a bit more informative on why I wouldn't do this, right? I'm going to take my time. There's only 24 of yous tonight, so I think I can be a little bit more detailed. So if I'm a Neil owner, sure, he's going to get tagged. But from here on out, let's have a look. I'm sick of yes and no's. Like sometimes you got it because you got 300 comments in there, but let's do it. Chalky Neil, your guns are bigger than your head. Anyone ever notice that? Some of these players, probably like me actually, you see it called biceps in particular at training, because anytime I was in the weights room, all they ever see me do is biceps, so that's stuck. Biceps and Bulldogs. Anyway, so let's look at the tags. This is only an issue with Neil. If you get Sydney soon, oh my God, he has Sydney round 22. That's going to hurt potential at maybe you trade him out at round 22 if you need to for a cash league or something. But, oh God, he's got a windy tag. That's going to be hard to sit through. What does he score against St Kilda, though? I mean, let's be honest, though. Like, every player's going to get freaking tagged at least 3 or 4 times because there's 20 rounds left. So don't think I'm being just biased, but I want to see how many tags he's threatened by, because he is one that's acceptable to him. We've already seen that clearly over the years and currently this year as well. So he's got a windy one here. Don't even worry about Sparrow. He's a pleb. Essendon don't really tag. This is an overhype. Cheese can confirm this one. They do like not a hard lockdown kind of shit. Bedford. So he's got Bedford in round 14. He's got the round 16 bye too. I mean, you could possibly get rid of him round 16 if you wanted him on his bye. That'd make more sense. But then he's got Carlton and Port after that. Look, his fixture looks good. Let's do this again. How many games at the Gabba does he have, and how many interstate? So interstate's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's not as good as I thought. So how many home games he got? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, right. It's No, honestly, if I'm a Neil owner, people are going to probably jump on him at some point anyway. Like he's still a gun. I have not considered nil. Put it that way. I wouldn't jump off. The tags, you've already copped the tags. You've already copped the lulls. I wouldn't do it. I think you just, honestly, I'm going to be completely straight shooting with you. It's like, I'm not looking at trading Roberts. I'm not looking at trading Finn. I think now at round 5, pre-round 6, you just upgrade around these players. I wouldn't be advocating for anyone trading any semi-primos, any half-primos. Just upgrade around. I'm going to say this one more time for the night. So, like, I want to give you an example. If you were to trade out Roberts, Finn, and Davison, right, for Petrarca, Paddy Cripps, and a rookie, you've essentially gone from 2 mid prices to now 2 slightly better mid prices. Now, if I trade 3 rookies for 2 rookies and 1 Premo, I'm now 1 Premo ahead of you because all you did was go from 2 to 2, meaning it's 0. I've gone from 3 rookies to 1 Premo, so I'm 1 ahead of you every week. So if you keep sideways in your players, you're constantly going to be 1 player short of what the other person is every single time. So that's the way you got to look at it. Especially, I think last week was the last week to jump off your Premos, but this week from here on out, you just want to constantly upgrade. I don't care if you use all your boosts. Like, boost is another thing that sort of annoys me. Like, if you're boosting to get cash gen and a Premo earlier than everyone else, you may as well just go for it. Like, that's what I'm probably doing this week. Not probably. I'm not going to lie here. I'm using a boost this week to get Cleary and Gross because they're the best rookies for probably the next fortnight, and there's no one else I really like other than Saad Hooley next week. So I think if you're playing aggressive, you may as well just full send it. You get an extra trade in the buys, and you just go for it. So don't worry about Roberts and Finn. I'm honestly going to hope that people do trade them off. I keep them, and now I'm running my Finn versus your Davison because you've decided to sideways Finn for nobody. So, I mean, Finn versus Davison, I know who's going to win most weeks. So I'm comfortable holding Roberts and Finn for that reason because if you are running, let's give you another example, Moraes, I'm running Roberts, but I've got an extra Premo. Roberts is beating your bloody Moraes every day of the week. That's how I'm going to look at it. I will still get asked the questions, but yeah, it's whatever with those kind of players. Like I get you paid bugger all for these players too. I'd be more annoyed at the guys at 600k, and now they're averaging 93 for your side, and they hadn't been getting tagged, something like that. Anyway, hopefully I explained that well enough. If I didn't, I can relay it and make an example of it in my team. Sports Clip, small rookies without trades. Someone trying to... Oh, I would not... Let me read this in my head first. Okay, which should you trade? Sorry. Okay. All right. Sutherland, yes. Hell no. I'd keep Trainer. I'd keep Reed. I'd keep Bryce. I'd keep Ashcroft. Murphy Reed could be at the culling. I'd hope Sardis comes back. Lindsay's going to get minutes back up, so I wouldn't go there. Never, you never know. Hewitt, no, hasn't got enough cash for you. Caco's sort of on the borderline. SSP, break-even's too low. Sports Clips, Davison, O'Sutherland, and Murphy Reed for Cleary, Gross, and a Premo, and bank the rest. Or a fallen Premo, whatever you want. So, yeah, I'll just relay that again. O'Sutherland, Murphy Reed, and Davison I'd trade just because they're around their break-evens now. It's purely it. It's crazy to think Harvey Thomas, yeah, I've seen this one, has played at more venues in 23 games at 12 venues compared to 400 games, Pendlebury at 11 venues in their career. Yeah, and this is the thing about Victorian sides. I obviously follow the Tigers. They do get absolutely looked after when it comes to this, but I think it's always been the way anyway with those interstate sides. They always have to travel that little bit more because the Victorian sides play the other Victorian sides, Marvel, etc. So it kind of makes sense, but you're certainly getting sucked off as a Victorian in terms of like you just get it good. Puffish, sorry didn't jump on Sunday night, mate. No, that's okay, mate. That's fine. In Adelaide, you do you, mate. I'm never worried if people that regularly jump on aren't on. Like, everyone's got commitments and stuff, mate. So, yeah, I've just loved to see all the new faces and the old ones back. It's been amazing. Sash 47, that's true. Cheese. Back-to-back hundreds against Jordan tag. Yeah, maybe we don't worry about Jordan, CH, honestly. CHE 47. I should just say 47. CH. So many CHs here. Oh, yeah, I know. I think I've skipped over the Horn Francis pick purely because I'm probably going to be stubborn and it's going to hurt me. And I'm just, he probably is top 6 to top 8. Like, I'm not trying to undersell this, but once you sell out a player, you kind of want to go elsewhere. Like, I've seen what his role is. Like, how hot is Horn Francis going to be? But in all, like, contents of the whole situation, he probably is top 6, mate, honestly. But I don't know. I can't stand watching the prick. Like, he's good, but he's just so frustrating to watch. Watching him and Harley Reid just makes you want to scale amongst that again and punch drywall. They just get so aggravated and saying that. I think I played very similar. I've never punched drywall in my life, by the way. I've never had to get a plaster over, just in case anyone actually thinks I'm super aggressive. TR, I feel like Dacos is a must-have. Oh. Yeah, I swear, if I jump on this freaking Dacos train and his planter flares up, I'm blaming everybody in chat. I'm joking. I mean that really lightheartedly. Cheese says, how'd you turn, mate? Sorry, I had to turn you, mate, because I got rid of track. Oh, shit. Tried to get merit, couldn't afford. I can't. I'm like 7k shy of merit as well. So I'm going to the pack to get Dacos. Oh, my God. Jeez. Oh, if there's one person that can ever sell me in a chat in our groups and whatever, it's probably by far this man here on screen. TR, slightly hot take, but Windy is the best tag. I probably think this is right. Anyone in the chat think that this is a better one? Atkins has sort of come out of nowhere, but yeah, Windy is by far the best tagger. You're not wrong here, mate. Puffer, when you got time, mate, have a look at my team. Jumping door is the name. Show over my horrible team. All right, let me catch up to the comments somewhat, and I'll come back to it, mate. I'll get it loaded while I do that though, and then or else I'll bloody forget. I'm hopeless when it comes to that kind of stuff. Let's have a look, and then I'll get through this. I'm so hungry. Jumping. Wow. I type like I'm 74. I'm gonna need my dog lick water from outside. Can you lick any louder, mate? Anyway, let's have a look at your side. Well, I'm sorry, I haven't even added you as a rival. Now you're gone, Puffish. I'm going to rival you every week and just have a look at your score. How much money in the bank do you have, Puff? I did say in our little DM before I'd have a look at your side. Where are we? Puff, I bought in. Oh no, bought in Dawson this week and a VC. Yeah, and VC'd him. Couldn't believe it. I was at the game only backing for him. So you went to gather round, I suppose, then, Puff. I think you did say you went to gather round. I'm an idiot. Excuse me. Brody, if my cash gen is cooked, should I boost for 3 cash cows? Oh, yeah. There's a yeah and no in this. Yeah, I suppose A, what is your team value, and B, are the cash cows always 200k? I wouldn't really want to boost too many guys at like 150 or below. If they're like Marias types, I don't mind it. But if they're like under 150, I definitely probably wouldn't. I'd just use them as loops, unless I thought they're never coming back. That's honestly a hard question, mate. I'd have to look at your side to be clear on that. So yeah, I'm going to use rolling lockout to my advantage and boost and boost Sardis to Ahuli if not named sub. I don't know if Sardis is worth a boost to Ahuli. Oh, that's a tough one, honestly. Because if Sardis is named next week, you're going to be the week after. You're going to be really annoyed. God's in the house. I've seen you streaming before, so I was like, "Oh, I'll jump on." Probably no one will come on because you're God. So, what do you got for me? Do you believe in life after long? Well, there is no life after long because he will be a keeper. That's wild, God. If Ned Long's the keeper at the end of the year, I'll buy you six drinks of your choice because that does not happen. No way is Long a keeper. I'll buy you any 6 drinks if you keep him for the whole entire season and use him as M8 or whatever he is, F6, whatever. I think he's a midfielder, surely. Campbell, I'll see you again. Would you trade Sardis? Nah, probably wouldn't. I probably hope he's named because he's probably got one of the best upsides to rookies. And I think a lot of people will bring him in when he is named. So you kind of don't want to trade him back in again when he is named, and then sell him. So no, I wouldn't actually. Would you? Yes, I'd prefer to trade Kako. Weirdly enough, I would. Essendon supporters maybe help me with that one too. Yeah, I know. Literally, August. Like, they are. It's freaking wild. But I just sold myself into it because of cheese. I need to order a HSB. I'm hungry as fuck. Puffer. As long as Tim Mitchell doesn't bring in Dacos, then yeah, he'll score just fine. Yeah, don't get me even started. He scares everybody in everything. He was worried about Boyd. Like, oh my God, Boyd's named emergency. Now I can't use my VC, bro. Just don't worry about your orange lights being emergencies. Just loophole whatever player you think you want to use because it just stuffs up your captaincy. Same with another thing I'm going to really make clear. If people on socials like zoom in on strapping off a knee or a leg, just don't overthink it. Just unless he looks like he's physically limping and impaired, then don't bring him in. But don't let people on socials worry you out of things. Like if your gut feel says you should go for this pick X, Y, and Z, then do it. Don't do it off someone's photo or old mate reckons he's going to get named because of X, Y, and Z. Unless you know from the club themselves that they're playing this week, it's been confirmed, then don't let emergencies worry you because I'm sick of seeing it. It actually really pisses me off. It almost sucked me in too. And this is where I'm going to get really clear with this too. I was like, Dick Conning, maybe I should VC him. And then, oh my God, what do I do with my C? And I was like, nah, stuff it. Just full send it, Brad. Captain Brayshaw, and don't worry about the TDK VC. Don't take the 118. Don't worry about Boyd. Just Captain Brayshaw. If Boyd doesn't get named, just Captain Rosé. There's always a backup option. There was one more game I could have used the Premo for. It was Rosé. So don't worry about people worrying about freaking bench emergencies. Like I'm actually sick of it. You got to start like calling that shit out. Like I'm fucking over it. That's for you, Cheese, too. That's a shout out to you, Cheese, because I know you're sick of it too, mate. So, FYI, just don't let people fucking worry you. Because I'm over it. I don't care if I'm getting shit for that and people DM me personally, but you just got to, at some point, not live under the bed and hope the boogie monster doesn't get you. Got to have balls too in this game. Like, if you've got a pick that's a pod and people recommend you don't to get it, just get it. Just go with your gut. People sometimes just get overreactionary and go, oh, yeah, nah, I'm not going to pick him because whatever. But if it's anything I want in Supercoach, just go with your gut. I'll give you advice on what I think, but if you don't agree at the end of the day, you don't have to go for it. You're so entitled to your own choices on this. Anyway, I've had my little shindig there. Sports clips, is it worth going O'Sullivan out than Lindsay? Let me read this. Sorry. Is it worth going O'Sullivan out? Yes, it would be. I'd go O'Sullivan out personally, yes. But have to go Sardis at a Gross. I don't know if I'll do that last part of that question, but I'll definitely go O'Sullivan out before Lindsay any day of the week, mate. I think Lindsay's got another 100k to make. Richo, what's going on here? Half an hour and not a single fart. What kind of stream is this? Yeah, I honestly, and if anyone watched the live stream when was it, 2 nights ago? I had 3 farts in the last half an hour. I got no farts tonight, unfortunately. I can't believe Jack had his headphones when I farted in the stream. I did it so casually, I thought no one would hear it too. I didn't realise my laptop picked everything up. Yeah, mate, I went to gather around, travelled 10 hours to watch us getting mauled alive by a bunch of C words, Port Adelaide fans. It was a great weekend, though. Yeah, that would have been. I'm going to go next year, mate. So, what were we doing if you're? Oh, he's got not much money in the bank. All right, let me have a look at his side, and then I'll have a look at this side. Puff. Then we'll do Lucas's side. So he's got not much money in the banks. Ooh, Kieran Briggs at flex. I was going to do that last week too. I didn't realise he's got 84. What would I do? Well, I'm not going to advocate for this Robert trade out. Lib is a pot and a half. Marek. Yeah, okay. This is easier than what I thought it'd be. I'll probably piss Humphrey and Dawson off. Humphrey and Davison off. Puff. Don't know if you really need to use a boost. So what does that leave you with? $638,000 or something like that. 638. I don't know. Is that math right? 638. Grab a rookie. Gross 113. You got about 530 to get a Premo. Maybe grab a Truck or whoever you want, really. I know it's not a lot of money to do it. You don't got Truck. You got Oliver in the midfield. Or you could be disgusting and grab a Cripps or a Josh Kelly or another disgusting pick with a name, LDU. I'd probably just go one up, one down in this scenario. The rookie I'd grab is Gross or Cleary. I don't know if I'd boost for a third pick here because Pepper's still got money to make. He just scored your 101. I just pissed him off the week before. So Pryor could almost go though. I don't know. That's a hard one. If I was to boost, I'd get Pryor out, but then you're probably getting El Hooley or something like that as your DPP swing. So let's say you're using a boost. Humphrey, Davison, Pryor. I'd put Sardale Hooley down back if he doesn't get named sub. I'd Cleary or Gross in the midfield, depending. What do you need more? You probably need a Gross in your midfield, actually, over a Cleary, just team dependent. And then Davison into a Premo. Let's hope that helps. I'll message you personally anyway, mate. This one, Lucas, I'll come back to, all right? I've just got to catch up to a few things, or else I'll be here forever. Puff, not much at all. Oh, that's what yep, that's all right. I wrote it. Deal. All right, done, God. You're on Donkey Kong. Rookie coach. Yeah, here we go. Roberts, Hendo, and Moraes. All Sardis out. Okay. Merritt, Hooley, and Gross in. All right, so you got two options here. All right. And then Davison, Pryor, and Moraes and Sardis, whoever I didn't trade out to Track or even Dacos or Rosie. I like it. Yeah, you've got a clear plan here. Yeah, that's solid as. I think either of those, I'd probably rather, I think after that, Jesus Selby on Dacos, but Rosie looks good too at halfback as well. So maybe Rosie, just for the price he's at now, I'd do that. Interesting. I'm going to talk sense most of the time. So yeah, really can't separate Cleary, Gross, Hooley. Might keep Sardis. I think I'd keep Sardis. I could get, again, this is so team dependent. Like Puff as we went through. I'll get up old mate's team name and then I'll go to the comments and then I'll go through his side or else I will scroll way too far out and then I'll be in the same position I was before. What a freaking name. All right, I shouldn't be able to forget how to spell that one. That's a wild name. I love wild names. That was easy to find. You're the only one of a kind, mate. All right, let me get to the comments. We'll have a look at your side. I'll add you to a rivalry as well. Side's actually going good. Ranked 11k. Zach Reed and Flex. How much money in the bank? And let me get to the comments there, mate. Ooh, I don't know what time it was. No, this we went through. This we went through. This we went through as well. I did it again to myself. Always do this to myself. Dodgy Mark, I went last year, Puffer as the Dons. At least you guys made it inside the end. Yeah. The Dons. Facts. That's why I picked you. Yeah, I like that, Max. Honestly, sometimes you just got to go your Potter out regardless of what we think out there. Like, it's going to be a good pick, you'd think. Matt Roberts, Paddy Cripps, Sam Davison to Merritt, Nick Dacos. Oh, okay. This is one of those ones that actually look a little better on paper, but I don't like the fact that we're trading out Premos here. Well, Patrick Cripps I'm looking at buying if he goes to 490. Matt Roberts isn't the worst hold in the world, but it is Merritt and Dacos. I get it. I probably wouldn't do this. I don't think I could advocate for what you're giving out here, Max. Yeah, dodged, mate. I guess still very disappointed. I can't believe the absolute ferals here. All Port fans can go get stuffed. Ooh, damn. Damn. Yeah, fair enough, Puff. Don't get me in trouble. Max, 2 trades. Matt Roberts. Too many Matt Roberts trades in this one, Max. I honestly love you guys, but I don't think I'd advocate for Roberts. I know other people will, but personally, I can't do that. He's averaging 98 for 440 or whatever you bought him for. I get he's got back-to-back 70 years. Bias could be a factor in this, but I think I'm just advocating to hold him at the moment. Worst case, you flick him on your buy. I'd just be upgrading around. Matt Roberts, Davison to Merritt. No. I know it's Zach Merritt, but I don't like this rookie here yet. I just want to wait one more game for that. Just Roberts questions I'd hold. If he gets back to another 70, my apologies in advance, but I'd rather upgrade around and have Roberts versus a rookie. Richo, mate, I had to change my handle to Richo. Oh, trying not to hear Stacey's mum every time I'm in a stream. Yeah, right, okay. My bad. Yep. So this was Stacey. Yeah, you're the one that heard me fart 3 times in the stream. No, all right, I'll remember that from now on. This is Richo with Stacey. I'm going to be so confused in about a month's time. Puffer goes bang. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I realised what he said at the end. I hope I don't get in trouble for that one. I've said worse. Not in regards to that, but yeah. Anyway, Puffer, you're a funny man. I'm going to grab Cleary and Gross and probably get rid of Humphrey and Gardner. Yeah. How much cash has old mate got? Is old mate still in the house? Let us know. Penny Dropper 1. That's your team name, obviously. How much cash you got in the bank? So I can have a look at it. Yeah, I will. Like I said, I'll actually probably get to this point where I'll do it in the member-only thing at some point, or else I'm going to get way too far behind. So if you want to be a member, click that, and I'll make sure I do team-dependent ones so we can go through your teams. Maybe I'll try to do that a couple of times a week with you guys because it is very hard to do in the time that you do have. Especially now, I've got 2 little ones, so if I could just do that on a separate thing, it'd be easier. But let me try. As long as the other guy gets back to me, it'll be fine, Max. And if I haven't remembered shortly, just remind me at the bottom there. Campbell. Okay. Shit, I'm going to have way too many to do. Can you guys inbox me on my Twitter, Supercoach Pro 91? Inbox me on Supercoach Pro 91. If I haven't followed you, comment on one of my latest posts and saying follow for my team. I don't know, follow for my team advice, and then write your name there, and then just write from the live stream or something like that. Something where I'll just know to follow you and have a look at your side on paper. Or else I'm going to be doing this all night. But yeah, happy to inbox this personally on it. No worries at all. If we get time, I'll scroll back up, Campbell and Max. Definitely helps, mate. Thanks very much. I'll give it a geese. Okay. Dodge. Man, I'm hungry. CRG47. I need to know if you're on the Musashi tonight. I can lock up the rest of my night plans. If so, oh man, do I bring out the Musashi pre-workout? Like I've just had 4 hours sleep last night because of Bubs. So, I don't know. I'll think about it. Imagine losing your league final to Penny Droppers, the week name. Team. Thanks for the praise, lads. It was a long, hard thing of the. Well, how much money does he got? I think he said this year anyway. 160k in the bank. I'm thinking Nevitt, Kako, and Davison to premium mid, Cleary, and Gross. Let me have a look. Because I've got 2 others to do as well at some point. If not, I'll hopefully get a DM from them. What are we looking at? Okay, yes, I'd be getting rid of Davison. I don't know if I'd be getting rid of Nev. He's got 160 in the bank too. Probably Davison, his break even 60. Who else would you get rid of? Moraes has been awful. He could get dropped soon. 160 plus, let's just call it 300, is 460. 460 plus 200, 660. 660 minus 120. That should be enough for a Premo. I'd probably just do Moraes and Davison out. I'd keep Nev because I think he's going to be not a bad scorer for you when it comes to midfielders up here. Because then you can put maybe a forward Premo or a midfield Premo. I'd probably be targeting midfield Premo at this point. And drop Levi Ashcroft forward. I'd probably just do 2 trades in this one. Like Moraes on that wing is really annoying. I think I'd keep Warner a little bit longer. Nevs I'd keep a little bit longer unless he gets named sub. I think I'd be... Your cash in looks okay too, so it's not one of those ones where you have to boost. Apart from your back line, maybe you bring a Sadhuli for a Nevitt or something like that if you had to cover the back line, but you can only DPP it with Sheasel. What were your trade thoughts anyway? What did you write in here? Let's see. Let me know what your trade plans were anyway, because I think I've lost them in the comments. Oh no, he's written here. Sorry, he's written Nevitt, Kako, Davison to premium mid, Cleary and Gross. Kako's probably at the point. Like his break even's 30, I get it. I don't know if I'd rather almost get rid of bloody Moraes over Nevitt, even though Moraes gets game time. I think they're good enough trades, though, what you've written in there. I'm probably overthinking that one, mate. You guys. Cheers, I thought we were buddies. Brody, when you get a chance, I'm going to have Supercoach Pro 91. If you don't follow me on Twitter, do it there. If not, like I said, if you become a member, I'll do a members-only pod. Like already, follow back here. Can you follow me back from the stream? Need help with my team. All right, I'll just messages literally like this so I don't forget. I'll just write yo with exclamation mark and then I'll get back to you so I don't forget. All right, that's one. That was EVL Brody. I've inboxed you and then I'll have a look at your site after the stream. Oh, okay. I'll get back to this comment as well. Shit. All right, I'm in the middle of a stream. I'm actually getting inboxed a fair bit tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If I don't get back to you straight away, I will try. Like I'm only one man channel, unfortunately. Yeah, fuck. I'm definitely gonna have to do this in a members only thing at some point because we'll be here all night. And trust me, I'd love to get through every one of them, but like I said, I'm on 4 hours sleep because I got a newborn. So please be understanding on me. Brody, oh shit, another one. I'll get back to these shortly. If I've accidentally opened your message, I'll get back to you shortly. Fuck. What was the other one? Anyone else? I don't know. Shit, I'm gonna have to get back to these people. Maybe even your team names too. If you don't have Twitter or X, just after this stream, put it in the actual comment after the video has been uploaded, your team name, and I'll go through the team name and I'll personally message you on the YouTube comments or the DM in Twitter, because I won't have time to do all these. I've got to pick up my little one and the mum tomorrow morning, so forgive me for being. Normally, I go through most of the teams, but he says I did my trades, which is Roberts, Davison, and Henderson to Dacos, Query, and Gross with 165 in the bank. I like that one, mate. I don't think you need me for that one. I think that's perfect, honestly. I'm not just saying that. Sorry, Puff. Father Fish got a broken heart. She's going to be 3-2 yesterday. And yeah, well, your body hopes so. You guys would have a better season. Stacey is going to read your name now. Do you think Sam Darcy? No, I actually don't now. I actually completely, don't think anymore. I mean, I think with Horn Francis, Caleb Daniel, Rankin, Petrarca, Bailey Smith, Nick Martin. Yeah, there's already 6 I can think before that. I bought him at 504k, and then he scored under 100 typical. Yeah, that is very much the way of how it works in Supercoach sometimes. I got absolute gifted. I bought in Brayshaw, captained him for a 155, but I also got rid of Power Pepper, and then he bangs out 100. So it's kind of silver lining there. But honestly, a lot of Supercoaches is pure dumb luck. A lot of it is. I don't think people give enough credit to just luck in Supercoach. Maria Slugas, yeah. CH47 Richo, you got Horn Francis, Track, and Warner, Smith. I just got a really nice message before, and it was so bloody nice. I'm just going to have to press the heart reaction and reply shortly to her, because that's unreal. I actually want to message you now because I wasn't expecting that, and I actually opened it now. Anyway, what do you got for me, CH47? Richo, Horn Francis, Rankin, Track, Warner, Smith, McRae. Yeah, these are the top 6 too, I reckon, as well. And Davison can get in the bin now. He's had a couple stinkers. Couple other options definitely could be, but got some risk. Yeah, I think Darcy will be thereabouts, though, in this. Caleb Daniel. I DM you, mate. Don't worry, no stress. Thanks, mate. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit slammed with this sometimes. I'm not as quick. Premium mid options for me to weigh up. Well, I'm still on your side, and it's the last one I'll walk out, and then I'll get to these DMs personally on the YouTube or Twitter. So you've already got Brayshaw, Neal, Cripper in the mids. Let's look at mids for you, mate. And then I feel bad. Like I normally get to everybody, but let's go to mids. I'm getting crucified in some of the chats here. I just read some funny shit. What do we got? We've already got Neal, so probably not going Dunkley. For your side, I probably like Merritt still. You've already got Brayshaw. I still don't mind Sarong and Brayshaw together, though, to be honest. Sarong Brayshaw combination is still good. Butters, Bonds, Dunks, Tom Green, I like. If you're talking top of the top, Dacos is the obvious one that people are mentioning as well. Stewart, McCluggage, Anderson. There's quite a few. I guess it depends how much money you're talking about right now too, and what buys. So you probably got to look at your buys, Lucas. What buy you aren't heavy on for me to advocate one more than the other, because buys can really hurt you. I did that last year and it stuffed me. I wanted Butters and Bont eventually, but I'm not sure who to go at the moment. Yeah, maybe Dacos, Lucas, honestly. Just go with the crowd. At least you can't be burned, I suppose. Just hope nothing happens with the planner. Yeah, okay. So he's asking about the members only. We understand you're a type man. Life comes through. Yeah. So with the members only, this is the reason why I actually put the badge there, is because I do get a lot of team names too. It'd be more like an exclusive thing. So like I'll just keep my streams to normal stuff, like your trade plans and stuff, but I might just go over your teams and do a little bit more of a deep dive. So maybe each of you is in the stream, give me 2 or 3 players that you want me to have a look at in terms of CBAs, kick-ins, or whatever you want me to look at, and I'll make it a little bit more exclusive just so I can get to all the little nitty-gritty bits. Because, yeah, like I try to do them at least maybe twice a week at this point. And even if you guys give me suggestions to members, I'll make a members-only group potentially as well on Twitter, sort of like Discord, and then we can discuss things in that as well. So I might actually do that. I'll make a group for the ones on Twitter. Just bear with me too. And you can send me your screenshots of your sides and stuff like that. That's what we'll do about the member channel, and then we'll go through some videos during the week. So just, if you want to sign up, it's up to you. And if you don't, I understand that too. So I just got a lot going on at the moment. So, oh God, thank you, Pufferfish. She says, I'm sure you're one of the best dads anyone can ever ask for, mate. Thanks, mate. My eyes will get watery if I get too many kind of things said. CSG47 Pufferfish, if you hit the join under the video, you can just upgrade to a membership. SQ Pro, great insight, great personality, great around. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. I love that. That's one of the best comments you can get. CH, Lucas, what do you got for me? Yeah, I really like this as well. I really like the Anderson pick. I just want to see how he does with a tag. It's my only sort of hold on him. And Merritt, if I could afford Merritt at 613, I probably would. But just remember too, like last year people paid 600 for Real, and then look what happened. So, Zane, Ned Pod came from SC Godstream. Yeah, he's a Mad Pie supporter, so I can see why, mate. Stacey, also, what's a good strategy for buy rounds later on? Second time playing Supergates. Yeah, okay. What's a good strategy for buy rounds? I think just having an even spread, to be honest, Stacey. If I butchered that and it's not Stacey, I'm sorry, Retro. I'd probably just not have more than 5 Premos in any given buy. DJ, why do we need Roberts to scoring 8? Yeah, I know, but he's got such a high ceiling, DJ. I know you captain Finn with me, so you're probably not going to listen to me here, but it's 2 games. Like, if Dacos scores 290s, how come people aren't trading him then? You know what I mean? And he's 150k more expensive than Roberts was. So I get the two sides, but I don't want to be that guy that says, yeah, trade out Roberts, and then he gets 100 next week. So you can do the Roberts trade. That's fine. If you don't think and the issue with Roberts too is it's not like it's like you can wait a week. If I'm getting rid of Roberts in a fortnight time, I tell you what, I'm going one straight swap to Tom Stewart. I'm not worried. I want one more look at it. Wait for Tom Stewart and Roberts to be around the same price, and then still it that way. Like I couldn't advocate for putting 200k on Roberts' head right now. Lucas, Ridjo, just to be wary of how many players you can have from each line teams. Yeah, actually, this is a good point too. Just be wary of how many players you have each team, and make sure that your trade plans align with how many players you need on field each week. Sorry, I butchered that. Yeah. Also, this is probably where you need a bit of rookies playing as well. So if you do need to do a bit of a rookie call for players aren't playing, you're probably doing that like around 9 or 10. When we start buys around 12, you get an extra trade in the buys as well, for those that don't know. Sorry, mate, I don't know why, but I'm sending it, not going through. Okay. Why can't I add a reaction to this? All right, I'll get back to you shortly for that one. I can't. Max Donzite. Might have to. Let me have a look at this, Max Donzite. If I can't get this, I'm gonna have to. Everyone's names in there. I'm gonna have to scroll back up. Max Dons. Oh, it's because you don't have Twitter, right? My apologies. Right. All right. Let's just quickly, and then I'll go through the others if I can get it out too. I've got two other people I think as well. There was Puffish. All right, mate. I'm gonna hit the deck and got an early start tomorrow. Have a good one, mate. Enjoy your time with your son. These streams really make my day. Thanks, mate. I appreciate the kind words. I can't believe we've got two of them now. One's 2. Oh my God, one's 2 tomorrow. I should know this. I almost forgot. And the other was just born on Saturday. Interested. So thanks, boys. With the little emoji. Thanks, Puff, though. I appreciate your kind words again, mate. CSG47, is Roberts ceiling that high? Yeah, he's honestly scored some. Let's have a look at Roberts, and then I'm going to have to look at these teams if I can. Okay. I'll try to get to those teams. Good. Maybe Roberts. I feel like I just need to do a Matty Roberts. I swear, if this guy goes 50 at some point, I'm going to cop a lot of flack for people that held him, but it's just a long game. Like, I'll give you an example shortly. Like, I feel like the example would make more sense. So let's do this. I want to give you an example before I even go into the Roberts factor, because I think people know what I'm getting at, but come on, trade for me, buddy. I want to show you the perfect example why you don't do it. All right, so this is a little bit of a lesson to everyone that plays Supercoach. Let's just do something. Let's be aggressive, right? And let's just do what the amateur kind of would, right? So I might have to move to my lounge room. Sorry, my kitchen. Let's go there. Follow Brad. Let's turn on the light. Okay. Excuse the mess. I don't know if you can see half the stuff, but it's whatever at the moment. So we go Matt Roberts, Callahan, and Let's just call Davison or Humphrey. Let's just go Davison. Oops. Let's go Davison. Right. I want to show you something. Let's just do whatever. Let's go, for purpose sake. This is what makes it hard. If I go for like a top of the liner, like a Lockie Whitfield, then I've got bugger all money in here to grab too many players. So let's say I grab Cleary. Let's go Sydney. I wanted to show you something on paper. This is why I wouldn't trade Roberts or a Finn. So let's do the math here. So let's go, and I hope everyone's staying on this, or there's more people jumping on to give you a really good look at this. And this is why I don't understand why people are trading mid prices. So you've got to look at it this way, and there's no other freaking way to look at it. Okay, so let's just say I move Clay Hall into the midfield. I grab a flex. Let's just grab a discounted player. Because this is why those 400k players can't get you anything amazing between two of them. What do I do? So there's no one I can go to. Like, what are we doing? 3-round average of someone? Like, all right, so you drop Whitfield. So these mid prices don't really give you, they give you stuff all unless you go bargain sort of guys. Let's say you go a Lockie Ash or something stupid. Like, he's a pod, he could be a breakout, and then what, you got 543, and you're telling me you want to do this. I'm not having a go at anyone, but I'm just simply stating, like, this is why I wouldn't do it. Because the scenario in which you literally got the same amount of rookies as what you did last week. So let me see if my screen is sharing that properly, right? So this is the perfect example, right? What the excuse my language, I just want to be completely raw with you. What the fuck are you doing here? Okay, you've got no rookies off the field. You've literally got the same amount of rookies as what you had last week. You've got one rookie here and one rookie here. You've got two mid prices for two other sort of better players. Sure, Holmes is going to outscore Roberts every day of the week. Finn probably Ash a little bit too. But you're still playing the same amount of freaking rookies on the field. So there's no point doing that, right? Now, I want everyone to still come back to this, pause this, and replay this at some point. And I'll love people for the comments, don't get me wrong. But I just want to show you a class on Supercoach, right? And the reason why you get ahead of other people. And this is the perfect example. So all I've done by trading out two players for two players is giving me the same amount of rookies I had to field the week before. That's giving you friggin' 60s, right? Makes zero sense. Or you can be a bit smarter. So you do, let's say you use a boost. Don't worry about people saying, oh my God, don't use a boost. It's too early for a boost. Do whatever you want with your team. You don't even have to listen to this, to be completely honest. I'm just going to straight shoot it with you. I'm not going to friggin' beat around the bush. But I'm certainly not going to sit here and give you shit advice and then lead you into a dark path and you go, oh my God, thank you. I should have traded Lockie for fucking Ash for Roberts because Roberts is still bad. Because in the end of the day, this is what I'm going to do, right? And this is a hypothetical. So this is what I'm looking at. So I'm going to grab a Gross and a Query at my two hot guys. They're hot. That's not what I meant to say. Hot picks. That's the weirdest thing I've ever said. I've said a lot of weird shit. I didn't mean to say that. I meant like hot takes for the week. So now I've got 604k for a midfielder, right? So what have I done here? I've got rid of three rookies, right? But I've then now got a top of the liner bloody midfielder. I could literally grab. I can't grab zero. But just hypothetical sake, I grab a Sarong, right? I complete my trades. I've now got rid of three rookies. I've grabbed one Premo. So now I am playing an extra player to you. You've got rid of the same amount of rookies, but now I'm up a Sarong. So now I've got three. Let's say I've got Roberts, I've got Finn, and now I've got Sarong, and you've got Lockie Ash. You've got Holmes and a rookie. I am backing Sarong, Matt Roberts, and Finn Callahan to out-average a rookie, Lockie Ash, and call it Holmes. So I just want to make that very clear. It's not because I think Holmes is... Sorry, it's not that I think that Roberts and Callahan are good picks. It's just to say that I want to get rid of my rookies first, you know what I mean? So that's all I got to explain. I'm going to leave that screen on there for quite a bit. And then, for those that don't have Twitter, just post your team name in the actual YouTube chat, and I'll go through it there because I'm going to run out of time at some point. Robert's ceiling is that high, 124 top score this season in round 0, which nobody got. BE is like 125, so I could always cash. I'm very split on whether to hold. Look, honestly, if you're going to trade him, and the only way I'd trade him is to Tom Stewart in 2 weeks' time, give one more look. Let's go to it. I promise I'm not getting frustrated, but it's more the fact this is what I'm doing this week. I'm bringing in a freaking Premo. I'm either going to bring in Petrarca, Draper, Sarong, or Dacos. I don't know where I'm going with it. I'd probably rather a Premo than a stab in the dark. But my side looks good. I mean, mate, now I'm playing Finn Callahan and Lindsay. I'm playing Ashcroft. Like, the side on paper, if I'm not, sidewaysing, what do you call it? So how many sides are going to, I'm not tooting my own horn here, but I can literally loophole F6. So I've got a chance for the next 4 rounds to get the best score out of these two. So my back line is solid. Robertson Bice is fine. I don't got Connor O'Sullivan. I don't got anything bad here. My midfield, my M7 is Callahan. I'm playing Lindsay at MA. My forward line consists of Rankin, McRae, Smith, Daniel Marrick, Ashcroft, and Gross in the flex. Because I've now gone that path of just upgrading around those shitty picks. So someone's going to have a rookie here, but maybe a couple better players. But I tell you what, I'm playing less rookies than them every single week. So that's the way you progress your side and get everyone behind you, is because everyone wants to go sideways while you're going up. So it's up to you guys at the end of the day. But I just wanted to show a pure example of why you don't do it, regardless. So, and unless he was like 530k, then he's on his way down. There's nothing you can do with that money. You sold me to hold him. That one trade to Stewie. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, DJ, too. And I love that you've sort of agreed. I'm not saying that Stewie is going to be amazing, but he's definitely going to average around 105, give or take. So you got to go for a guy that you think is going to be around the mark. I'm not paying 200k extra for a guy that I don't know. I can't do it. Maybe others can do it, but there's other creators out there that would be that aggressive, sure, but I'm not going to sell you that. So 485, 470k. Hopefully this puts hopefully puts the Roberts debate to bed. His break-even's 162. His break-even's huge. They're going to be around the same price. If you do the math, 125 break-even and Stewart's got a 160. Yeah, sure, Roberts scores a little bit lower than Stewart this week, but they're going to be about the same price. Tom Stewart is your bailout option. If you really hate Roberts this week and he scores another 70, you just grab Tommy Stewart. As simple as that. Anyway, hopefully that's kind of made a little bit more sense. If you think I'm being passive-aggressive, I apologize. But I see it on a lot of streams, and I'm like, I hope other people will just steer the ship and go, hang on, this is your bailout option, or you just upgrade around them at this point, because you're just going to become so far behind. And if you don't like my honest opinion, you think I'm an asshole, I do apologize. CH, I have to trade either Roberts or Davison. I'm not sure which one. Definitely Davison, my friend. Yeah, definitely Davison. Anyway, I hope I explained that well. If I didn't, I don't know what to do. Roberts did score a 160 odd in that role last year. We haven't gotten there quite yet. Yeah, it is the emergence of bias somewhat, but Yeah. CHE 47, yeah, did all right last year. Now we have Bice potentially taking away from him. Tough call. That's what I mean. Stewart as well is probably a bailout option as well. Davison at Marvel, I feel. Yeah, but this is the thing with Davison. Like, that could have been just a one-off score too. That could have been his highest score for the round. I'm not in a hold or trade boat for Davison. I just prefer to upgrade my team quicker than most. Here we go. So Roberts is a hold or trade depending on your team. Yeah, this is a absolutely valid point too. I reckon with Bice stealing some kick-ins, and if you get a keeper Premo out of him, I would consider it as an upgrade. Yes, this is true. As long as it doesn't ruin your future upgrades too. Like, I'd be just going to Stewart because at least it's the same price. I wouldn't pay 200k for a Whitfield over it. Also, Stewart's like your D8. D6. I'll go through that after the video in the comment, like the proper comment on screen. CHE47, agreed, August. If you have more pressing issues, then definitely come first, but don't think he'll be top 6 or 8. Yeah. Again, fair. I'll probably use him as my last upgrade. Again, yeah, you trade him out, but you trade out the rookies before you do that, I think. I have 9. I have to field 9 rookies this week because I have a double downgrade and Peatling. Yeah, as a ban. Can't upgrade because the cash in is too bad. Yeah, cash in's. Harry Vin did play. Yeah, I know. Harry, I can't. I never get them all right, mate. It's fine. I took a punt, Harry. That's all that mattered to me for Humphrey. Also, definitely better having someone with a floor of 80, yeah, on the field than a rookie or one that could get subbed on 30. Yep, 100% Lucas. Talking about Roberts there. It's right. I knew who you were talking about. Oh, like I said, you have to follow me on Twitter, Supercoach Pro 91, and comment something in there saying, I've been following your live streams, blah, blah, blah. This is my team name, and I can follow you back. And then inbox me from there, or once this video is finished and uploaded, put your team name there because I'm not going to get time to do it here. CHE47, good points, Brad. Just feel like a lot of my rooks are at the awkward stage of price. Yeah. That upgrading a semi-primo in Roberts to a keeper is an upgrade. I still get the valid points. You're 100% right. There's a few of you that said this comment too, but I swear if Roberts could have 100 this week, you'd be infuriated. Also, it helps cash Gen for the next week as I think he drops. Yeah, that's the other thing. I get that. But I'm going to Tom Stewart, worst case scenario. Here we go, CrossFit. I have E. Hewitt and Campo, most useless whips for last week and this week. Yeah, it's annoying, CrossFit. Hope you're well. Great points. I had him out during lockout, but now I'm very much considering holding him and doing work around. Yeah, that's what I'd be doing, mate, honestly. I'm not doing this to sabotage anyone. I'll just be upgrading around because at the end of the day, I'd rather have a sarong over a rookie. CRG47 projected scores they are catfish. Roberts out has me a better score, but projections are very hard to read, and the fact that you have Roberts there, at least you know he's an 80 at worst or thereabouts. Maybe I'll have a look at Roberts a little bit more. Oh, I don't know. Am I delusional? 77's the worst game. Collingwood, they absolutely got thumped in too. They got thumped in that game. You paid $4.34. He scores well against Port Adelaide. Oh, not Port Adelaide, but he scores well against Sun last year. Suns, 117. So SCG scores are nice. Maybe doesn't like Marvel. So maybe Marvel and Adelaide Oval. So he's got Marvel in round 9. Doesn't play Adelaide Oval again, by the looks of things. How many SCG games has he got? Let's actually say how many interstate games has he got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So half of his games are away, half are at home. His opponents. So he's got Port Adelaide, Gold Coast, and Giants. Essendon, Carlton, Melbourne. He's not got the worst run. Like apart from Giants, he's got a decent run. So what's his worst? So what's the correlation between his scoring? It's got to be efficiency. Clangers. Got to be clangers. Because they're still high enough disposals. Like that's still 20 and 6 marks. So it's not like he's grossly out of form. He hasn't gone under 20 disposals. No, he's got 19 here for 95. So it doesn't need a huge amount of pill to score well. Like he's got 26 touches here and scored a 124. Worst case scenario, he's going to get 20 every game. So his floor's an 80. Like if Matt Roberts is his biggest problem, then yeah, sure, get rid of him. But if your team and Matt Roberts is your worst, you're laughing. Anyway, I'm almost all Matt Roberts is out. Asking us the team name. It says Lucas the Winchesters. If you want to have a walk, open to some more inside. If you want to have a walk. That's, yeah, a good point. There is people in here that are bloody good at this as well. Paris has just joined, mate. So I don't know if it has been asked, but would you get Petrarca forward or Dacos in mid this week? I think I've been swung here to Dacos. I mean, Dacos, you can have one more look at Petrarca as well against Fremantle because he's got a break-even of 101. If he shoots the lights out that game, you bring him in because he's got West Coast and Richmond. He hasn't turned up, so probably Dacos. Like, he's 30% owned. You know what you're going to get from him. But Petrarca next week is what now I'm thinking of, thanks to Cheese. Before this stream, I was probably doing the other way, Petrarca, but now I'm bloody Dacos camp because Cheese sold me it. I'm going to have to DM Cheese for that. Probably Dacos, mate. You just know what you're getting from him. It's just a planter scares the shit out of me. Like that foot and he gets managed and they're getting some team pumped, you know he's going to get subbed out at some point. It just worries the hell out of me. Good player, though, obviously. What's your team, mate? Harry, similar to what you said, I'm upgrading Roberts to Dacos this week. Yeah, go for it. And I'm freeing cash to get NM. Yeah, so you've got a game plan. So there's the other thing too. If you've got a game plan and you know what you're doing for the next 2 or 3 weeks, then you're probably not going to be persuaded. If you're only a 1 or 2 week planner, but you're not a 3, then yeah. Have a look at each other's team names. Oh yeah, that's right. We'll add you as rival, man. That's good. I like the community getting around that as a rival just to see what others did in the chat, and then you can come back here and give each other shit if you want or not. Because the rival will count each score you've done against each other from here on out. Welcome back. What's going on, mate? Just got back from work. Wow. Yeah, that's you do afternoon shift like me potentially. I was talking about form Premos. Excuse me. At least there's a cough and not a fart. But I was looking at players like Cripps is going to be 490 next week. LDU's like 510 thereabouts. Petrarca's 483. Josh Kelly's like 510, 514, something like that. So if you go back to the start of the stream, when this stream is done, there's a few weird players. There's Draper in there that I've talked about as well. Solo Ruck intrigues me. He might be a better pick than Track, but I think Cheese sold me on Dacos when I had to look into his stats. He's only gone 4 times away this year. So, yeah, look, if they don't manage Dacos, you're laughing as a pick, honestly. Like, it could be the best pick. How do you download the tool to predict player scores for the upcoming games? I just bought the Supercoach Gold. Pretty sure Scoobs on Twitter has a score predictor thing that you can actually, there's like a separate website or something attached to it That I'll have to double check with him. I just pay for Supercoach Gold anyway. He gives you everything. So I don't know the answer to that, Harry, properly of how it works. Okay, with 354 in the bank, would you move off a Maxwell early? Yes, I would if it had a cat stay cost 100%, mate. Yep, without a doubt. What are your trade plans? I like this. Lucas wanting to bring in Cleary, Gross for cash gen. Yeah, I like this. Don't know if I want to boost, go Humphrey to someone or Roberts. Fair enough. And have good cash gen for next week. Only leaves me one boost though. What about you? And there you go. There's your answer, mate. Lucas, like the look of your team. Jealous of the forward line. Nick, all right, I'll go through some of these teams now. I'm going to have to scroll like hard. I have to go to Max's, and then I'll go to the other ones as well because Max doesn't have social media. So, what do you say anyway? Nick's to tag by Dunks and send Durham. Yeah, well, there you go. Zach Merritt's you take out of that then. All right. When we have all your team names, I think there was about 3 of you. If you just joined, give me a second. What was Max's, and then I'll do the other 2 as well. And then I know one of them DM'd me before, so I have to do that. I'm only doing this. Maybe those that did it, put in your team name now and I'll go through it because I'm going to have to scroll for 400 hours. I couldn't keep up. Like, there's only been like 20 or 30 years, but you've been nuts in a good way. So I haven't been able to keep up with that. Okay, new comment. Max Dons. All right, let's look at this and then chuck your team names in there and we can go through it now that I've caught up. I think because everyone's gone to bed. Max Dons. What are we doing? For those that are still in the chat, try not to spam me with this one or else we'll never get through anything. But for those that already put their team name in there, just resend it. I'll try my best to go through them. If this computer decides it wants to let me. Where the hell did that option go? Oh, here it is. Okay, your ranking's bloody good, 5,271. Okay. Oh gosh, I hate when it gives me this. Why does it do that and not what it had before? I'm so confused. I think I've cooked myself here. Well, I'm not going to advocate for the backline trading. Damn, you've got Cripps and Hewitt. I'll probably be getting rid of Murphy Reed, Max, if you're still there. Murphy Reed, Davison, and Kako for Cleary, Gross, and somebody else, mate. Add rivalry. I don't know why I haven't already done that before. So tell me what you got left in that, and then just grab a Premo from there. Stuff you craze fit. I just read what you wrote there, bastard. Where was the other sides? If they've gone to bed, I feel like an arsehole. But let me scroll. I think it was after that Penny drop a name. Okay, Campbell had his side here. Durham for finals. I feel like this one sounds familiar too. Durham. Have I even spelt that right? Nope. I feel like it's going to be a bit mediocre with the whole Cleary and Gross thing. So if I sound like a record on repeat for these things, they're just the 2 best cash gen players right now. Oh, gosh. Jaden Short's in there. Condolences, my friend. And you got Finney Boy. Oh, just like me. Oh, God. That's rough. What would I be doing? Davison again, I think. Look, if he scores well on the wing in Marvel against St Kilda, don't be surprised. But he's just cash. He's fat enough to cash cow. Be getting rid of Davison, and there's no one else I can afford on to get rid of. Well, you really don't got enough cash gen to really pick out of Davison, Marias. Oh, this is probably one of the harder ones, mate. This is the only time where I kind of don't know where your cash cows aren't fat enough. This is like one of the examples where you could probably go with Davison and probably trade a Roberts and a Short because you've got no fat enough cash cows. This is why it's so team dependent. If you're like this and you've got no cash cows that are fattened up, you could probably do a Davison down to a Gross and upgrade a Short and a Roberts into two Primos, only because, quote me on this one, there's no fat cash cows over 250 that I like that you could cull. So that's a team where I'd actually do that because you got nothing really you could do with your cash cows to get any Primos in that way. So because your cows aren't fat enough, I'd go Davison, Robertson, Short in that scenario, upgrade those two backliners and then down Davison. But that is so freaking team dependent for that. Dacos, oh, bloody hell, I'm probably going to bring in Dacos now that everyone's bringing in Dacos. Was there any other ones for team names? I feel like there was always two I missed. One of them DM'd me before. Dacos for Brownlow. Did I get that in there? I feel like I might have looked at this the other day on Monday night or Sunday night, whatever. I don't know what day it is. Dacos for Brownlow. I'm definitely going to have to do a members only thing for this because I feel bad for other people just waiting for me to. Oh my God, I can't even spell Dacos. All right, my computer's loading. It's because it's a capital D and I'm special, isn't it? Every time. No, I just can't even spell Dacos. I'm absolutely special. D-A-I. Wow. There's no D-A-C. Go back to school, Brad. This is why you should stay in school. D-A-I. Wow. That makes me look stupid. No, that's probably not the only thing that makes me look stupid, but whatever. Okay, it was Brody's side. Again, it's going to be so boring hearing Cleary and Gross in these conversations, but yeah, you definitely need to do something with it. I'd probably be boosting if I was 76,000. This is why it's so team dependence for this Roberts situation as well. Like, thank God you don't got Roberts at 76K. That's not me being offensive either, by the way. So what fat cash cows you got here? Oh, this is another Davison trade out for me. America to hold on to. This is a harder one. Maybe Langford, even though he's got a bit more money to make. Peatling you can fling to your forward line, but maybe in this I'd be going one up, one down. So maybe a Langford 230 plus 293. I don't know if you've got enough money, but I'd be going one up, one down for a Dacos and a Langford type thing if I wanted to get a Premo in. Or I'd grab a Cleary and a Gross just for some cash gen because it's looking a little bit stiff there. Now, did I miss any other team names? Oh, my God, there's so many comments. If I've missed any, it's not personal. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the comments and resend your team names because I'm scrolling 400 million comments there. Auckland, the afternoon shift, mate. And cheers, mate. I also feel you should look at Merritt. Yes, he's over 600K, but I feel like he won't go under for a long time. Look at his run. I can definitely do that, mate. No worries at all. I can't believe we've been going for 2 hours. I've personally off-air looked at Zachy Merritt. I just can't afford him. I also think he comes down in price, probably not in the next 4 weeks due to his fixture, but there'll be a down game. There always is. Here's me. Oh, I hope we didn't hear that burp. That was a eternal dragon kind of burp. You could probably grant a wish from it. Like a genie is what I mean. Yeah, he's got West Coast he's talking about. So he's averaging 116. Break even's higher than Snoop Dogg, but that's okay. Come on, you stupid thing. West Coast, Collingwood, and North. Yep. It is a good fixture. Then he's got, and far out, he's got a good run here too. Like he's got MCG, Marvel, MCG. Oh. So after the Sydney game, he's got Dogs, Richmond, Brisbane, Carlton. Yeah. Yep. Killer run. He's not wrong. What's he been doing? 89, 145, 106, 124. Does he play Hawthorn again? Doesn't play Hawthorn again. So definitely a very, very good pick. Afternoon shift's rough. Yeah, okay, you're an arsehole. You're talking about my draft team. You're a bastard. Bloody crazy. You're stitching me up. It's because I gave you bloody, what's his name? Kerno. Okay, I did your team. I don't know if I missed anybody's team now. It's the wrong turn. This is my draft team. Yeah, fine. I'll show you my draft team. I'm getting so much flack from my draft team. Sarong Turn's a good name too. It's probably better than Bond's Identity, like a wrong turn, but it's a wrong turn. Obviously, I didn't have to explain that to you, but the Bond's Identity is still a good name from my classic side. So this is my draft team that old mates give me crap about. I need to grab a forward. I haven't grabbed a forward here. Before it wouldn't even let me. I don't even know why, but it actually generally wouldn't let me grab a forward. And so it's left me here, just getting stuck. Oh, would actually let me bring in the forward now. What the hell? Oh my god, my computer's glitching out. It thinks that these guys are in my. I don't know, I'm Sarong in my side right now. Free agents. Go get a forward. There's no forwards left either. This is so bad. I'll get to the questions in a second, but now Crazy it's made me want to look at my stupid team. Yuck, these are disgusting players. I don't even like him. What the hell? Anyway, stupid thing. I don't even care about draft right now, but it was glitching. It thinks I'm in Classic and it doesn't even know. Captain's CHE47 says captain, he's 105, 103 over McRae's 120, Brayshaw's 155. That is so rough. It's like eating sandpaper for breakfast. Would you wait a week on Humphrey against the Tigers for a possible... I've been waiting for a week for a spike game from Humphrey for 2 weeks now, and he's just done nothing. I definitely think Cleary and Gross is the play this week, considering the team was so strong. I love that you guys are giving each other advice. How do you think Bont will be when he goes back? I think he actually will be top 8. I'll put this on my Twitter. I actually think he'll be top 3. Also, thoughts on Butters. I put Butters and Bont in my top 3 for what it's worth, Richo. I reckon you should ban the cash from Davis and someone else and upgrade next week. Is this for me or your mate? No. Nick, go, Zach. What? No. Nick, go, Zach. 3 tags coming. Okay. I'm confused. So trades are Moraes, Kako, and Davison for premium mid, Cleary, and Gross. Yes, exactly, Lucas. That's it. Wanting to keep Humphrey for this round as he's been to pick over Marek. Yep, I picked both and they one failed, one passed, and that's what I thought would happen, to be honest. Only other option is to offload Roberts for a keeper. I just feel off-putting. Going up in some way. Yeah, that's the issue with that. Completely right. Good trades. Don't see Moraes doing much else, to be honest. Kako could do well against the Eagles. Yeah, actually good. I never thought of that. Lucas, definitely think you could afford Roberts and swing Holmes back to get an upgrade in the middle forward. There you go. You guys are definitely looking at each other's sides. But a small forward, who knows? Yeah, 100% thinking maybe Hewitt, but still unsure on consistency. Track is a keeper, but who knows if he outscores Roberts, so could hurt. Do you like Nass as well? Wild Track's fixture upcoming, and yeah, Nass is a great pick. Okay, Richo. Butters has been great already 2 weeks. Sure, he'll get even better as the season goes. I agree. I think no one is thinking about Ned Long freeing up Dacos a lot with the role. A young, fit kid that does the dirty work, takes Buddy's nick out of it. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm probably going to go bed soon anyway, I think, ladies and gentlemen. Sarong will come good. It's just claiming his way. I thought it's because he's had attention to him as well. Anyone watched Sarong closely? I'm pretty sure he's had attention most games. When Young comes in, he'll go good. He'll have some dish off content. Yeah. I think Sarong's been great for a guy that's had a little bit of tags attentions. Like, I see him as a top 8 midfielder. Basically, DJ's the same about the clangers affecting his scores at the moment. So, CFG 47 Lucas for sure. Happy to miss the Frere matchup and then jump on next week for his fixture. But timing on these trades is bloody hard. It is. It definitely is because someone can get injured at any point. Don't go Nick. Zach. Nick is getting 3 tags. I wouldn't worry about the tags. I would, but I wouldn't because all these Premos have been copping them anyway. So, sorry for the spam, Brad. Don't worry about it, mate. It's fine. How funny Bont will be a pod 2.1% if named. He goes big for 6 weeks straight and no one can afford him. Yeah, that's so true, especially the cash in on the rookies. Nedwong was sub when the guy who last played and scored a 26. Any chance he'll be sub again, you think? I've had missed on all season. I guess we'll find out Thursday night. I have no idea. I'm not a Pies man, so I had no idea. Fly said Nedwong won't be sub again. Yeah, well, let's bloody hope not. Don't forget to give us a like and sub for the stream too as well, actually. Was there a team name in here before that I can have a look at? I'll have a look. What was this side? Okay, I already had a look at that. I'll message him shortly. All right, we'll get that a bit later. All right, if anyone wants to send another team name, I'll quickly go over it. I don't know why I can't pick a forward. Let me pick a forward here. Why won't you do it? Why does it still think I'm in bloody... What do you call it? It literally still thinks I'm in Classic. I don't get it. It's just... I'm not going to really pick Georgiades, but it's still cooked. It still thinks I'm in bloody Classic here. Anyway, my ranking at least is shot up this week, and I'll do a team review tomorrow. So that's what we're currently looking at for those who've just joined us. Team value is actually okay. Mid-season ranks, nice. That's what I've been waiting for. A lot, to be honest. So, yeah, a couple down weeks to make up for a good week finally is nice as well. Like, it's been good. Yeah, I'll have a look at this. Always, I was going to say something weird in it. It made no sense. Let's have a look at this team. Give me a second. It's a body capital M. I don't know how that team name got in, like in a funny way, to be honest. My brain's not working. Probably the best team name I've seen, to be fair to. Add rivalry. My dog's barking her head off because housemate's home. Sorry for the dog barking, if you can hear that. So, Seems all right. The Conning, that's right. We're talking about this Sunday night, I think, Stace. I'd be getting rid of the Conning. So that's definitely mid-price that's got to go. That's different. Sam Darcy will still do okay, so I wouldn't worry about that. But, Tom Lynch is rough. I'd be getting rid of Davison. Regardless. Be getting rid of Davison, Moraes. I don't know if that's what I said on the Sunday night, but DeConning, Moraes and Davis for Cleary and Cross, followed by a Premo down back. You could probably take Whitfield for that. You could probably grab Merritt potentially for if you put Sardell Hooley down back instead. So if you try Sardell Hooley for DeConning, and then you went Davison. Davison Moraes. Maybe you could grab Merritt. I'm not sure, but I don't know how much cash you got. Like on Brad, if on his name, bringing him in, that's my pod, probably best pod in years. Yeah, probably will be too. Another elite name. Is it crazy to go for Bont? Probably, yeah, it would be, I'd say. Sarong has been tagged 3 times. Tagged in quotation marks so far. 35, 29, and 27. It's okay. It's all good. No worries. While the midfielder is doing that with attention. Yeah, literally none. That's why I like Sarong this year as well. That's why I'm actually considering him this week over Dacos. Actually, maybe in here, actually, what did she be? I'm going to put a few questions in there and you tell me. Nah, Max, stay away from everyone. Here's my pod. As in for Bont. I've spelled Dacos' surname wrong again, so apologies. But whatever. You guys are used to my mispronunciations and spellings. Other than that, I think we're almost going to wrap it up anyway because, yeah, I don't know. I feel like you could go against a pack, but Sarong's also owned by like 27%, something like that. Good side. I think a lot of these sides will come good anyway. Like if you trade well, it's the biggest issue. You get your VC and C right, you'd be laughing. But like head to head, I think Sarong probably averages Dacos from here on out. I don't know if you guys think that's a big call, but I certainly think it's possible. I'm glad I captained Brayshaw this week. That was elite work. So Sarong, you guys know you can do this too. You can compare players if you got Supercoach Gold. So Sarong, let's go Sarong versus Dacos, right? When it takes its loading time in 2026, you'll know, oh my God, this is so slow. I can't win in this joint. No matter what internet I pick, it decides that it will just take forever. So what the hell is going on? All right, it's finally loading. Okay, so let's select this player 2. Anyone got any internet suggestions? Because no matter what internet provider I change to, it is slow. Mason Cox kind of slow. So I've filtered it now to Collingwood, so I don't have to scroll through every damn player. Let's go mid. I should probably just type in Dacos, but you know I can't spell. And let's compare both of these players. So left is Caleb Sarong, right is Dacos. Ranks 16 versus 31. Last week's points, 103 versus 134. Total points, Sarong's up. Sarong's averaging 110, Dacos 103, last 3, 116 and 117, last 5, 110 to 103. Highest is still Sarong, 142, Dacos is 134, lowest score is Sarong 99, and it's a tag game. Lowest score for Dacos 66. Points per minute, Dacos is higher, but is he going to get the minutes managed with the foot issue, the plantar? And yeah, literally, if you're comparing those two, how much difference in price is there? Not a lot. Bugger all. But people, I think it's because of the name as well. Don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic player last year, but if there's no injury cloud, there's 5K between Dacos and Sarong. That's what I'm so confused on. If people are paying up for Dacos, why aren't people paying up for Sarong or Brayshaw in that fact? How do you loop a mid? Sorry. Okay. I haven't had this question in a while. I think I was meant to do this one for Cam. I don't know if Cam still watched a while, but I'll give you an example. So let's example, probably a bad example. It's probably a good example, actually. So bring up the teams up here. Let's say Hewitt, you got to be mindful of the games. So I'll probably do it this week. Ashcroft, I'll just bench. Obviously, I'll put the E on him. Don't put the E on both players, or else the lowest score will get the score. So if you did this and he scored 100 and he scored 60, you'd actually get the 60 score. You wouldn't get the highest. So let's say, for example, in 2027, when this freaking internet loads, I'm seriously, I could probably go for a walk, have a drink, and come back. Anyway, let's say Ashcroft does well. You just leave Ashcroft there. If Ashcroft don't go well, because you can weep him with Hewitt, he's not playing. It only works for a non-playing player. If Ashcroft scores 30, you're one up on the competition. You field Cleary here, and you don't have to take Ashcroft's score. So it only works with a player not playing that week. And the player that's a dead player, not a dead player, a player that's not playing that week, has to have a game after one of your options that you can loop. So if I had a Brisbane loop, it wouldn't work because they'd played the first game of the round. So, yeah, again, if Ashcroft scores well, you put Hewitt there. If Ashcroft scores bad, you put Cleary there. So you get a double chance at it. So that's essentially what I've done for my line here. So last week I took Reed's 104. I left a week on my bench, and I kept Reed's 104. If Reed had went 50, I would have then went and put Trainer on field. So that is the easiest way I can explain that. Same with your midfield, no different. All right, after these comments, I think I'll go to bed. Everyone's gone to bed by now, surely. Max, I have the VC in Zach, but I can't remember. Zach Merritt's a good VC you'll see every week. Sarong just hasn't seemed to do much with his disposals according to champion data. Was pumped to see 35 disposals as captain, but only 105 points, 1 goal. Yeah, that's the other thing. He hasn't been hitting the scoreboard. Dacos is crazy fit. Dodo is for the internet providers. Telstra. Well, I went with freaking Optus. Maybe that was my issue. I mean, VC, C, I have the VC on Zach. Oh, sorry, Max. I misunderstood that completely. Okay, so he wants to know that. So, okay. Okay, let's say, do I got any Essendon players? I don't. Let's say, example, in the same game. How would I give an example here? All right, let's do it this way. Let's put Hewitt into the midfield. Let's still say Hewitt's not playing. Let's say a VC Chera. And he goes 180. Then I captain the dead rookie, mate. So let's pretend this is Merritt. So Merritt's got the VC. The way to take a VC is to then captain the player that's not going to be playing this week. So then you get double points from your VC because it doesn't ever captain a 0. It will only captain the player that's actually scored. However, if you have a player that's played on the field and he's been brought onto the field and he scores a 0, then you won't get a captain pick, as far as I'm aware. He has to be playing literally VFL. You don't want him in a sub-vest or anything like that. You put him in a sub-vest, you're cooked. So that's how you take a VC. I might just about call it a night. I hopefully I've explained everything. If I haven't missed anyone's team name, just like I said, put that thing in Twitter, comment that you watched my live, and you've been waiting for a team message. And I'll even do that before bed if I can. Like, sorry if I've taken too long on other things, but I always try my best to help you guys out. And if you think I'm being a bit too straightforward, sorry, I don't know any other way around it sometimes. So anyway, CHE47. I just like saying, 47. Another great stream, mate. Appreciate the content. Thank you. All the best with the new baby. Awesome pick off you too earlier. Thank you. Appreciate it, mate. But I really love the love from these combos too in the chat. They do mean a lot to me. Max says, thanks so much, mate. You're a king. Thanks. Hope you do good with the new baby. Yeah, so do I. Honestly, it's it's going to be a good time. Richo says, awesome stream, bro. Appreciate the time and effort. No worries at all. Hopefully I can help. Give us a like before you all go, and give us a follow. And if you want to do be a member, you're more than welcome to. And if not, that's fine too. Good luck this weekend, mate. Good luck to you all in the chat as well. And I'll probably do a couple of streams this week if I can, depending what Bubs is like. So bear with me. And good luck everyone in the chat, says Richo. Okay, Stacey. Let's see, actually, 47, just for future reference. Yeah, it's like your old mate, Shy Bobs. Yeah, right, okay. Okay. All right, I'll try to remember that. I just like saying 3-letter words, they're funnier. Max, I love all the caps. And Hall will get his points in for the guys who does not play right. This is what Supercoach is confusing. Sometimes you get rid of rookie and then they go massive, like Power Pepper. So definitely feel that. Anyway, thanks again for watching, liking, commenting, everything the above. Didn't realize I've been going for 2.5 hours. I'm going to get some sleep and catch you very soon. I'll do a team preview probably tomorrow as well. So thanks all for watching. Good night.